real cases before a real judge.
Plaintiff Hermel Carter met the defendant in college, and they had a sexual relationship for 3 years. Hermel claims she and the defendant reconnected years later, and now she's suing him today for an unpaid loan. Defendant Brian Pickett says he and Hermel were nothing more than friends with benefits, despite the fact that she wanted a committed relationship. Brian says Hermel even wanted to get with him last night, but he declined and is countersuing for harassment.
Start with you.
Well, first, let me start by saying hello, Judge Mathis. And as we affectionately say in Detroit, what up, though? And also, I need everybody to know that today is my birthday. So, thank you.
Thanks for spending part of it with us.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Judge, today, unfortunately, or fortunately, because I am graced with your appearance, myself and Mr. Pickett, we met back in 1994 in college. He was a Western Michigan University. He was a freshman. That was my first year. I went to school a little later in life, so I was a little older, but I didn't look it, right? So, Brian, he's a nice looking guy, right? So we had a lot of cat and mouse type of, flirting going on campus, but I'm not taking him too seriously. What was that?
I object.
So I wasn't taking him too seriously, just like I'm not right now, right? So Brian, he was a dancer, he knew his way around campus, real nice looking brother or whatever. So he had a performance, and I was there, and I'm sitting Indian style, right? Minding my own business, enjoying the show, right? Next thing I know, here comes Brian, and his dancing name, was Be Nasty, okay? Here comes Be Nasty crawling across the floor to me. Crawling, Judge, right? Next thing I knew, he was putting this move on me, and I was like, hey, right? So at this moment, things just got real. Things that just really got real. So ultimately, fast forward to that spring-summer semester, I finally submitted to the temptation. He had been on my tail. I submit, right?
I object.
And I submit. Judge, let me just say that though he was a freshman in college, he was quite skilled in other areas, okay?
Too much information. So what happened with their relationship, and how did it go?
We had a friends with benefits relationship that lasted about 3 years. We had a pretty good run. The last encounter that we did have, though, Judge, unfortunately, when Brian left my apartment that morning, so did my Maxwell CD that we had just been listening to the night before. And I live by myself, right? And I didn't have it. So the only other option was Mr. Brian had helped himself to my CD, right? And if it's two things that I cannot stand, is a liar and a thief. So I called Brian. Brian, where's my CD? He plays dumb, right? I'm like, seriously, you don't have it? So he admitted to having it, and I never got it back. And at that point in time, I was like, you know what? I'm done.
Sir, let me hear from you.
Your Honor, I would like to say happy birthday to Hermel. And,
thank you.
Happy birthday. It is true, Your Honor. We did meet in college. Things began to progress early on. I was younger than her. She showed me around campus. I didn't know too many people. So, we did become friends. I did form a dance troupe with a couple of my friends. We began to do talent shows, fashion shows, whatnot. She skipped a few parts before I got to crawl on that floor. She missed the 4 or 5 talent shows, the banners in the air with my name and the.
Are you kidding me?
Go Brian, go Brian.
That's right.
And not to mention, it is her birthday today, like I said. But she wanted an early birthday present yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. But
what gave you that impression?
Oh, well, just
she called you. She reached out to you.
Come celebrate my birthday with me.
Yeah.
But I am involved with someone that I love very much. So I declined.
So you all were together 3 years. Why didn't it go any further than a booty call?
Oh, no, Your Honor, we weren't together. We were just friends with benefits. But
that's what I'm saying. Why didn't it progress?
Oh, because we were just friends. I was living the college life, Your Honor. I was always busy, doing the, entertainment thing. And, you know, she wanted more than that. She let me know, but
And you let her know that you didn't.
I did
All
not.
right, good. That's an honorable thing to do.
Yes, Your Honor. To 98, after I left college, we had lost contact, whatever, no bad feelings, whatever. Time went by. I found her on Facebook a couple years ago. So I friend requested her. Yes, I friend requested her because, you know, there was no bad blood. I thought we were friends, right? You know? So a couple months of, not even a couple months, maybe a week or so of conversation through Facebook, I decided I was going through some hard times, just had a divorce, a couple legal issues going on. I knew she had a good job, and I knew she would give it to me.
The benefits.
The money.
Oh, that's what she's suing you about, the money. So, did you know she would sue you too?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Okay. Next time you're looking in the crystal ball, make sure you see that part. If I don't pay her back, she will sue me. Now, let me hear from you on the specifics of the lawsuit.
First of all, just let me go back. Banners, really, Brian. I mean, it was good, but it wasn't
ma'am.
great. Okay.
He was the man. You already said he was the man.
I'll give him that.
So he probably did have the cheerleaders. Instead of cheering for the basketball team, they were cheering for him.
Nasty, huh?
He was the man.
There was also a couple things I left out that, you know, as things progressed, like I said, she was my #1 fan, and you know, we started to label her as the groupie of the group.
Right.
You know what groupies do? They give you that groupie love. You know, served on the platter. What am I supposed to do but eat off the plate, Your Honor? You know, so
I don't need to know how you handle your business. Go ahead.
Anyway, Judge, back to the facts of the case. Again, he did send me a friend request in early January of 2011, and he was like, yeah, you know, like I remember, you know, back when I can't even say because this is not gonna be on Judge Mathis After Dark, but when he put that move on me, he was like, you want some more? And I was like, Brian, we just re-hooked up. Really, that's how it go, like that, just boom, you know, let's just make our way to the boom boom room. Yeah, so I do have evidence. I have Facebook inboxes.
Of what?
Of the conversations between Brian and myself.
We gotta get to the loan. You haven't described the loan that you're suing him about.
Right, okay, so the loan. So we
You're so
hooked
busy
up.
trying to get him back.
Right, we hooked up. Right.
You don't even tell me about the loan. Go ahead.
So we get to loan. So Brian did. He called me. He said, Hermel, I need a favor. And I'm like, Brian, what? So he says, I need some money. How much? $400. So I said, okay, Brian, I'll give you the money. But I'm going to need you to sign this promissory note,
good.
right?
Let's see it.
Because I watch a lot of court TV.
That's
you know what I'm
right.
saying? I know how this thing works. I need to, you know, make sure I dot out my
What'd
I's
you
and cross all
graduate
my
in?
T's. Electrical engineering.
You do have a good job.
I do. I do.
You can treat me a dinner or drink, something simple. I hear y'all got bonuses again this week. You still ain't gave me a dime.
part of the harassment, Your Honor.
That's collections.
Right. And Judge, and I purposely made sure that all of our interactions after I had actually, you know, extended him the money, and we were now in a business agreement, that all of my interactions with him were documented. So it was going to be a text message or Facebook, so that I created a paper
All right,
trail.
but you all had this friendship with benefits thing going all these years. You just didn't tell him he could work it off?
No, I did not.
No.
I did not. And in fact, I have
I'm
documentation.
talking about, maybe y'all nasty. I'm talking about I'm talking about around the house. I'm talking about mowing the grass or fixing the windows or something. And I don't know what's on there, man. That's what I meant, work it off. Go ahead.
Your Honor, in regards to that birthday gift, I think that's what she was trying to imply.
All right, let's get back to the case and the $400 she alleges she loaned you and says you have not repaid.
Yes, Your Honor.
What do you say?
Well, Your Honor, like I said, I was going through such legal hard times at the time, a recent divorce, and I just wasn't able to give it to her. I did plan on paying it back, but you know, I was going through so many other legal problems. I asked her for the time to extend it, and you know, she also told me don't worry about it.
Actually, after I made him the loan, he set up the terms of the repayment. I gave him the money in June. He asked if he could make $100 payments per month. And he said, can I start in August? And I said, fine. In August, I reached out to Brian, okay, where's my money? Did he not have the...
Have you received anything?
I have not received not anything.
Over a year?
Over a year.
Nearly a year and a half, and you haven't paid the woman anything on $400. Counterclaim for $250. How did she harass you, sir?
Because she told me I didn't have to pay it back, Your Honor.
That's harassment?
Well, because after...
Then that should have been your defense.
She continues
Ask
to
you
tell.
what's your defense is. I don't have it. That's my defense. Your defense should have been she told me I didn't have to. She forgave the loan. Now I'm asking, I said, what's your counterclaim? How did she harass you? By telling me I didn't have to pay it back. That's not harassment. That's a gift. How did she harass you?
With the countless messages and
Saying what?
talking about she has, I guess, some friends who work where I work. And so before I knew how much I was getting paid, she would call me to tell me what I was going to get and how much she was going to get.
All right.
Which I didn't even know I was going to get the money. Like I said, I had the other legal obligations.
That's not harassment, sir. For her to find out that you are going to be paid a certain amount so that she can determine when and how to pursue her debt from you is not harassment. $400 is your judgment. Your counterclaim is dismissed for $250. Man.
You're more disappointed in the low.
Correct. I'm more disappointed. You're right. I'm more disappointed in him than some of the crackheads that come in here. Man, come here with that. $400.
This your opportunity to give me one last day.
I'm sorry I put it on her like that, you guys. I don't know what else to say. I'm sorry I'm good like that.
I know what you can say. 1, 2, 3, 400.
I mean, you know, that was a long time ago, so I can't really do all that right now. I'm a little old. That was about 20 years ago, like I said.
Happy birthday to me.
Yeah, happy birthday, here, ma'am.
Thank you, Brian.
You're welcome.